Hi everyone, today is Tuesday, March the 31st, 2026, and welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you're returning. I have a few updates today on some projects I've been working on and a couple of plans that I want to share with you, and then I don't know, just a regular update. I guess there's not a whole lot new since it hasn't been very long since I've recorded last, so I'll show you what I have done and I'll show you where I have some plans and we'll go from there. So most of you know, if you're returning, my last video I was this close to being done with one of my Easter projects. And actually it's not really Easter. I mean, it has a bunny in it. It kind of looks like an Easter bunny, but it's really just spring. So I wanted to show that. I have it finished. I wanted to count it as a finish last time, but yeah, I tried to cheat, but I decided, no, I'm gonna wait and show it this time as a finish. So it is done. Hello Spring with the cute little bunnies. Aren't they adorable? I love them. They're so cute. And I love this fabric too. I shared on my last video, this fabric is a color in cotton and it's called Dutch Blue. And there's multiple shades of Dutch Blue. This is a light one. There's a medium and a bold, I think, or medium and a dark, but this is the soft. It's a soft Dutch Blue. And I went back to Color and Cotton today looking for it, and I could only find it in 40 count, so I decided not to get it. This is a 36 count that I did this on, so it turned out to be a pretty good size. And the pattern called for 36 count, so it's about the size that it's supposed to be. I bought, and you'll have to excuse me for a second, I have to get it. I bought some fabric at Hobby Lobby. I don't have a lot of fabric store options near me. And this was all I could find because guess what? I waited too long to go looking for Easter fabrics. They were completely sold out last week. They had like 2 prints left that were spring themed and neither one was really suitable for doing anything with this project. So I got this polka dot, which I think is cute. It's just basic polka dots. And I got some of this white rickrack. Sorry, getting a bit of a glare. So it's just rickrack. And what I thought I might do is either make this into a flat fold and put the pink. Oh look, I'm wearing pink today too. I match, woohoo! Put the pink on the back and do a flat fold, or I might make a pillow out of it. I'm not quite sure yet. So those are my thoughts. And then I showed you last time, I had these other 2 pieces that were also done, the Hoppy Easter and the Easter Bunny. And I thought what I would do with these ones is make little pillows or flat folds. But I'm gonna use this fabric for all of them. And what I might do for the Hoppy Easter is I might, even when I use this fabric on the back, I might also put a ridge of it. I don't know if I can explain very well, but I might put just a little bit of this at the bottom and use this rickrack and just like make a little separator with the rickrack across it and just make little pillow finishes. So I have the supplies to do it. I just haven't done it yet. So maybe next time I'll have full finishes to show you. But by then it's not going to be Easter anymore. So, but it'll still be spring. I could still display them even just for spring. And now that I have finished with these 2 patterns, I've already stitched them and I probably won't stitch them again. I'm going to add these to my future giveaway that I'm planning for when I reach 5,000 subscribers. So that will, I don't know when that will be. I've gotten a few new subscribers in the last couple of weeks. So if you're one of them, thank you for subscribing to my channel. And when I reach the 5,000 mark, I'll be celebrating 5,000 subscribers, but also I reached 4 years on FlossTube back in February and I didn't do anything for it. So I'm gonna do a fairly large giveaway when I get to that point. And these 2 patterns are gonna also be part of the giveaway. Now that I've stitched them. One of the other patterns that I have for the giveaway that will be coming up is Queen of Freedom and the bead pack. This is the reprint version that was released back in December. And so I was able to get a copy of the reprinted pattern and the bead pack. So this will be part of the giveaway as well. And I'm trying to come up with a few other things to add to the giveaway. So whenever that is, whenever I reach 5,000, I will do a video and then I'll do that. So the next thing that I worked on was my Heaven and Earth Designs. I'm sorry, I keep bumping the camera. The thing is that my camera is like mounted, like the little arm that holds my camera is mounted to the table that I have all my stuff on, and I need to get another Surface table that's a little sturdier. I'll be working on getting one of those set up. But the Heaven and Earth Designs SAL, HAED SAL 2026, I am participating in that, and I know a lot of people, once they got the bonus chart, the Amy Stewart chart, they decided not to do the HAED SAL because they kind of really just bought the HAED SAL so that they could stitch on the number of pages in order to get the Amy Stewart. But I decided to go ahead and stitch it since it's only, I say only, it's only 88,800 stitches for the one that I'm doing, which is Wise and the Brave. So I'll put a picture up of what that's going to look like when it's done. And I'll put a picture of where it was the last time I showed it. I think I was at 18.2% in the last video, and I really wanted to get to 30% by the end of March. That was my goal. So I'm trying to do 10% per month so that I'll have a finish by October. So January I did great, I had 10%. February I didn't make it to 20%, but as of the last video I had made it to 18.2. So I did make it to 20%, so I met my February goal in March, and then for the end of March I was trying to get the next 10% to get to 30%. Well, I did not. I did not make it, and this is the last day of the month, but I did make it to 24%. So I'm very pleased with this progress. I think this is really, it's starting to come together. I've gotten to the point where right along here you can see the top of the owl, the feathers. So I've reached the top of the owl, and then I also, because in my last video I said I really wanted to stitch the little robin, I think it's a robin, and so I ended up stitching a color down to here. So this is actually the top of the robin. So now I could work on the owl or the robin, but I'm still working rows across because I'm trying to be disciplined, and I feel like if I do the owl and the robin and I don't work on background, then I'll get the birds done, and then I'll be like, oh no, it's just background left, and it will be really, really boring to just stitch the background. So I'm just gonna stitch from the top down, and when I get to it, I get to it. And I reserve the right to change my mind. If I decide that I want to work on the little bird or the owl, I might do so. But as of right now, I'm just trying to work top down. And this is being done on a piece of 25 count, I think it's just Lugana. 25 count Lugana white or off-white. I'm not sure, it was just something I had in my stash. So, and I stitched 1 over 1 full cross on pretty much all of my full coverages. I do that. And that is all I have for progress. That's all I worked on, was just those 2 projects. I got the one spring one done, and then I got this progress, got it to 24%. But I did go to Color and Cotton today, as I said, and I have a new project that I would like to start, but I needed some fabric for it. And so I'm going to take it out of the package because otherwise we'll get a bit of glare. This is a 32 count Color and Cotton linen, and it is called, it's called Spellbound, and it's soft. So if you look on the tag here, it says Spellbound Soft. There's a medium and a bold and a dark. I think there's different gradients of the same color, and this is the soft one, which is lighter. This is the fabric. I got this today. It's just a beautiful soft mottled gray. And I'll show you, I'm gonna have to put a picture in because it's a pattern I bought on Etsy, and it is, I'll put on the screen what it's called. Actually, let me look it up. It's called Little Women and it's from Veil Gugia, or Gugia. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but it's the designer's on Etsy. And so somebody, you know who you are, sent it to me. They forwarded the picture of it on Instagram. And as soon as I saw it, I thought, oh, that is so, so pretty. And I wanted to stitch it. And I decided, no, I'm not going to stitch it. And then I saw it again and I thought, I'm going to stitch that. So I bought it. And so I want to, yeah, I want to start this one. And I thought this would be really pretty fabric for that. So that's what I want to do. That's in my plans. The other thing I plan to work on in the next week or two, I really want to get a finish on Queen of Freedom. I had taken a bit of a pause from it, and just a reminder, this is what it looks like. I had the chart, the original one that came out a long time ago, so that's why I don't need another chart. So I had started that. I don't have it here in my craft room to show it to you today, but I pretty much have all of the top of her head and down her body, and I have the top of the flag started, and I've started working down here. And so all I have left is this. I say all, it's a bit, her dress is actually a lot bigger than it looks, but I have the rest of her dress and then beading from the top down. That's what I have left to work on. So I'm going to be working on her in the next couple weeks. I'd like to see her finished soon. I was kind of working on it with Jamie, Teeny Weeny Stitches. We were kind of like going at the same pace, and then I had a little bit more, so I waited, and she caught up, and now she's got a little bit more, and now I'm catching. So we're trying. We didn't really plan on finishing it at the same time, but since we're so close together and working on it, she said she was going to work on it, so I'm like, I'll work on it too. So we'll both get it done. We both made some changes to it with different threads. Her thread conversion is much more extensive than mine, but I did do a thread conversion on the flag, and I'm using Petite Silk Lame braid, the Petite Silk Lame braid. So it has just a tiniest little bit of sparkle in the flag colors, the reds, the blues, the white. Everything else is pretty much called for, except for the metallics, because they're impossible to find, the Kreiniks. So I'm using a conversion on those two. I'm using Radiance. So and look in my description here on the video. I'll put in the description my conversion of colors that I'm using. But if you want more information, I have a video, I think it was 2 or 3 videos ago. I did like a top-down look and showed my progress on Queen of Freedom, and talked a little bit more and showed some of the colors that I had converted to there as well. So if you're looking for that. And then when I finish Queen of Freedom, I want to do some Christmas ornaments. And I want to use some of the ornament patterns that I have from Les Brodeuse Parisienne. And this particular one is called, well, believe it's Vintage Grand or Large Story of Christmas #3. And this is what it looks like. I'm not going to try and pronounce it because I've tried to pronounce French before, and then I've had some comments like, oh, good try. Like, I know my pronunciation in French is really bad. I grew up in a bilingual province in Canada, but my mom was French. She knew French, and I always told her, I said, why didn't you ever teach me French? You could have, if you taught me from when I was really little, I could be bilingual, but right now I know some French, but I don't know all the French. So if people talk slowly, I can sometimes pick up some words. But these are the patterns. Aren't they adorable? Look at this one, the little cat in the stocking. I love that one. And the little one here. And the ones that are skating. I love that. And the little, they're all really cute. So I think I'm going to be doing a few ornaments. I know it's not Christmas. It doesn't matter. I stitch Christmas all year round. I don't have to wait till Christmas in order to feel like I want to stitch Christmas. So I'm probably going to use pistachio fabric. I'm not sure where I put it. I don't think I have it here. But pistachio is like a nice light green colored, and it's perfect for ornaments. Between the pistachio and the platinum, just regular Zweigart platinum linen, I love those two colors for Christmas ornaments, especially these from Les Brodeuxs Parisiennes, and I just bumped the camera again. I'm so sorry. Gonna fix that before the next video, I promise. So that's it. This is a very short update. I don't have any progress on anything else. What I would like to do at some point is very soon go through some of my older projects, and what I might do is randomly pick out 10 projects that I haven't worked on in a really long time that I would either like to finish or not finish, or I don't know. But I thought what I might do is just randomly pick 10, show them to you and get your opinion. Like, you guys help me pick one. Help me pick one that I should work on this year and get finished in 2026. Because I have to get some of these older ones done. Either I need to finish them or I need to forget them. Like, just permanently UFO them. Make it an unfinished object, a UFO. So I may get your help with that. I think I need to... I thought about doing a wheel, like spinning a wheel and randomly pick. But I don't want to randomly pick something. I don't know. I want someone else's opinion on what maybe would be a good one to finish. So the most, if I do that and I show like, here's 10, and then whichever one gets the most votes in the comments, I'll just say, okay, that's what I'm going to work on and finish in 2026. And if I finish it early, then maybe I would just do it again and say, okay, here's 10 more. Help me pick another one to focus on and finish it. I'm less likely to cheat that way if I'm accountable, because if I do it with a wheel and I spin the wheel and I'm like, ooh, I didn't want that one, then I'll spin it again until I get the one I want. And that's not, I mean, I don't know. It's not so fun that way. I really need someone, you guys, to help me be accountable to getting some of my stitching done. Or maybe you can help me decide, like, oh, don't do that one. That's not a good one. Don't do that one. Like, never ever do that one. Like, no. No. So I think that's it for today. I know this is short and some of my videos are a little bit longer. Today is a shorter one. I have a few videos planned. Again, I want to talk about the helping me pick, but I also have a video that I need to record soon for my Cinderella conversion to the blue. What's hard about that one is that some of it's not like a one-for-one symbol exchange. In some cases, I just kind of changed it and stitched as I went, so I kind of have to go back through my notes or my memory on where I made changes and what colors that I put in instead. So I'll really try to do that in the next few weeks, try to get that out there, because I know a few of you have been asking, like, hey, are you ever going to do that video and on the conversion? And yes I am. I do plan to do that. So thanks for your patience, and I think that's it. So I will see you on the next video, hopefully with some progress on Little Women and progress on my Queen of Freedom, and maybe even an ornament start. So we'll see. But hope you all have a great week. Happy stitching, and bye for now.